Everyone, let's take a moment and breathe. Close your eyes if you will. Inhale through your nose, hold it, and slowly exhale. Now, I want you to consider something. What if that thing you've been waiting for, praying for, dreaming of, is not being withheld from you, but being prepared for you, and even more than that? What if you are being prepared for it? You see, the universe doesn't operate on our schedule. Life doesn't bend to our impatience, but it always responds to alignment. Many of us think delay means denial. We ask, why hasn't it happened yet? Why is everyone moving forward but me? The truth is, nothing meaningful happens in chaos. Clarity doesn't emerge in noise. Just like a seed beneath the soil, there is a season of unseen growth. In that season, that's where most people give up. Let's go deeper. Every thought you think sends a signal out into the field. Every emotion you feel draws an experience back to you. But if you're thinking abundance while feeling lack, you're sending out two different messages. The signal is scrambled. Now, here's where preparation happens. Delay gives you the opportunity to refine your signal, to become emotionally aligned with the reality you desire before it even shows up. Let me explain. You're asking for a blessing. But what's your nervous system broadcasting? Is your body in survival mode, or is it resting in trust? Because if you're constantly checking the when, you're reinforcing the not yet. True alignment means this: you live as if it's already done. You wake up feeling grateful not because you have it in your hand, but because you know it's coming, and more importantly, because you're becoming the person who can hold it. See, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. That delay, it's a sacred space. It's the cocoon where the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. It's not punishment. It's transformation. The waiting room is not wasted time, it's womb time. This is where identity shifts. This is where beliefs are rewired. This is where God, yes, the intelligent, creative force that designed this universe, is shaping not just your blessing, but your capacity to sustain it. So maybe your relationship hasn't come because you're learning to love yourself first. Maybe the promotion hasn't arrived because you're building the confidence to lead, not just follow. Maybe the breakthrough is on pause because you're still operating from a past that doesn't match your future. Remember this: energy flows where attention goes. If you can keep your attention not on the absence, but on the preparation, on the becoming, you will collapse time. Because the more coherent your heart and mind become, the more magnetic you become. And when you reach that state of internal order, when your inner world matches your desired outer world, the delay ends not because time suddenly sped up, but because you did. So today, don't curse the delay. Honor it, use it, because the blessing isn't just on the way, it's being calibrated to the version of you that you're becoming. And when that day comes, and it will, you won't just be ready, you'll be aligned. You'll be prepared, and you'll realize it was never a denial, it was divine design. Delay is not denial, it's preparation. When we don't see immediate results, our conditioned mind often assumes the worst. It's not going to happen. But what we fail to recognize is that the apparent stillness in our lives is often the most active season beneath the surface. Just like a seed buried in the soil must go through a process before it breaks through the ground, our dreams, goals, and prayers often undergo a silent phase of development. In this phase, the external may seem unchanged, but the internal landscape, our beliefs, emotions, identity, is being reshaped. This time of delay is an invitation to prepare, not to panic. It's the space where refinement takes place, where the version of ourselves capable of holding the blessing is sculpted. You may want the outcome, but are you mentally and emotionally equipped to sustain it? That's what this period is really about. The universe or God isn't ignoring your request, it's responding to your readiness. And readiness isn't just about skill or effort, it's about alignment. Are your thoughts aligned with what you're asking for? Are your emotional patterns consistent with the future you're envisioning? Most people get frustrated and give up in the waiting period because they've equated time with failure. But time is simply a tool used by life to stretch us into expansion. If we rush that process, we arrive at the blessing underdeveloped and unprepared. But when we embrace delay as a teacher rather than a punishment, we become aware of its real function, transformation. The delay isn't in the blessing, the delay is in our becoming, and once who you are matches what you've asked for, resistance disappears. You're not being held back, you're being prepared for something that matches your future, not your past. You attract what you are, not what you want. This simple truth is often overlooked when we focus only on external desires, money, relationships, success, without doing the internal work to align with those desires. The universe, or the divine intelligence that orchestrates life, doesn't respond to wishful thinking. It responds to frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, and subconscious beliefs emit a signal, and that signal determines what experiences are drawn into your life. If you want abundance but constantly feel fear, lack, or unworthiness, the dominant signal you're sending is not of abundance, but of scarcity. Wanting something is not the same as embodying it. You can want peace but still carry resentment. You can want love but still vibrate in fear of rejection. This misalignment creates friction in the manifestation process because your energetic signature doesn't match what you're asking for. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you're on the wrong frequency, you won't hear the music clearly. The same applies to your life. You have to become the version of you who already lives in the reality you desire. This means doing the work of internal transformation, shifting limiting beliefs, elevating emotional patterns, and cultivating a new identity rooted in worthiness and trust. When your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors align with the reality you want to create, you become a magnetic field for that experience. It's not about chasing after things, it's about drawing them in through coherence. Your life begins to reflect your internal state, not just your external efforts. The real power lies in who you're being, not what you're wanting. When who you are vibrationally matches the vision you hold, that vision stops being something distant and begins unfolding in the present. The external becomes a mirror of your internal transformation. The waiting season is where transformation happens. It's in this quiet, often uncomfortable space that the most profound internal shifts take place. While we may feel like nothing is moving on the outside, something is always evolving on the inside. Life uses these pauses to stretch us, to strip away what no longer serves, and to prepare the soil of our lives for new growth. It's a sacred in-between, the space after the intention is set but before the outcome is visible. Most people fear this space because it lacks certainty, but that's exactly where faith and resilience are built. In the waiting, we're invited to let go of timelines and trust deeper rhythms. We confront parts of ourselves we usually avoid: impatience, insecurity, doubt. We learn to observe our reactions, our attachments, and the stories we tell ourselves about what should be happening. This observation is not passive, it's active awareness, and awareness is the first step toward real transformation. As we become conscious of our internal patterns, we are given the chance to rewire them. Old thoughts begin to lose power, new emotions emerge. Our nervous system learns how to rest in the unknown rather than panic in it. The waiting season teaches us emotional regulation, spiritual maturity, and mental clarity. It's where character is forged, vision is refined, and alignment is strengthened. What appears to be a delay is often a divine recalibration. You're not the same person at the end of the waiting as you were at the beginning. You begin to carry new energy, new awareness, and a deeper sense of self. And because of that, you become ready for what you once were not. The waiting season doesn't just hold time. It holds the blueprint for your evolution if you're willing to stay present to it. Your thoughts send signals, your emotions draw outcomes. This is not just a spiritual principle. It's a measurable energetic fact. Every thought you think generates a frequency in the brain, broadcasting a signal into the quantum field. That signal is like a request, a direction to the energy that surrounds us, shaping how it responds. But it doesn't stop there. Your emotions, which are the chemical feedback of those thoughts, are what give the signal its power. Emotions are magnetic. They pull experiences toward you. So while your thoughts initiate the intention, your emotions determine the quality and strength of what comes back. When thought and emotion are in coherence, they form a powerful alignment. If you think of success and feel confident, you're sending a clear, unified message. But if you think of success and feel unworthy or anxious, the signal becomes fragmented. This incoherence creates static in your field. It's like trying to tune into a station with the wrong frequency. The message gets lost in the noise. This is why so many people struggle to manifest what they consciously desire. Their thoughts say yes, but their emotions say no. Understanding this dynamic puts the power back in your hands. It's not enough to repeat affirmations or visualize outcomes. You must learn to feel your way into the future you want. This means generating elevated emotional state, gratitude, joy, peace, not just when life is good, but especially when you're waiting. When you consistently feel as if what you desire is already yours, you align your energetic field with that reality. Over time, the universe begins to respond not to what you're asking for with words, but to the emotional signature you're broadcasting day after day. You become a magnet for experiences that match the internal world you've created. Internal alignment precedes external manifestation. The outer world is always a reflection of the inner world, even when it doesn't seem obvious at first glance. When you're not seeing the results you want in your life, the natural impulse is to try harder, push more, or manipulate circumstances. But lasting change doesn't begin in the external environment. It begins in the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the emotional patterns you repeat every day. The energy you carry within becomes the blueprint for the life you experience. Alignment means that your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are in agreement with the outcome you desire. You can't be thinking of abundance while feeling constant anxiety and expecting peace to show up. You can't desire a healthy relationship while entertaining thoughts of unworthiness or fear of abandonment. Misalignment sends mixed signals into the field, and mixed signals return inconsistent results. Internal coherence, where your thoughts, feelings, and actions flow together, creates a focused, powerful energy that draws matching experiences into your life. This kind of alignment doesn't happen by accident. It requires awareness. It requires honesty with yourself. You have to notice when your internal dialogue contradicts your vision. You have to notice when your emotional state sabotages your goals. And then you make a conscious choice to shift, to choose thoughts that support your vision, to cultivate emotions that energize it, and to act in ways that confirm it's already unfolding. When your inner world becomes stable, clear, and aligned with your future rather than your past, the external world begins to reconfigure itself. Situations change, opportunities arise, people show up, not because you force them to, but because you became energetically aligned with the reality where those things naturally exist. That's how manifestation begins, not with action alone, but with inner alignment first. Gratitude before the blessing creates magnetic faith. It's easy to feel thankful once everything works out, when the outcome is visible and the doors have already opened. But real transformation happens when you choose to embody gratitude before there's any physical evidence of success. This kind of gratitude isn't reactive, it's creative. It signals to the universe, to your body, and to your subconscious mind that the desired reality is already here, already unfolding, already true on an energetic level. When you feel grateful in advance, you're no longer waiting, you're receiving. You're no longer asking from a place of lack, you're living from a place of trust. That emotional state of preemptive gratitude acts like a tuning fork, aligning your frequency with the outcome you desire. It tells your nervous system that safety, fulfillment, and abundance are already present. And when your body believes the future is now, it begins to change in response, chemically, neurologically, energetically. Gratitude is more than just a positive feeling. It's a signal of coherence, a bridge between your intention and its manifestation. It quiets the noise of doubt, reduces stress hormones, and opens the heart to possibility. When practiced consistently, Gratitude becomes a stabilizing force in uncertain times, anchoring you in the knowing that delay is not denial, and that unseen progress is still progress. Most people delay gratitude until life gives them proof. But when you learn to reverse that equation, when you become grateful before the proof, you start creating from a different state of being. You shift out of survival mode and into creation mode. You stop reacting to the world and begin influencing it. This isn't pretending or ignoring reality. It's choosing to feel the emotions of your desired future so fully that the present begins to transform under the weight of your belief. You must become the version of you that your blessing requires. Often, people focus entirely on the outcome they desire without considering the identity they need to grow into in order to sustain it. A new level of life will always require a new level of you. It's not just about receiving the blessing, it's about being the kind of person who can carry it, nurture it, and expand it without collapsing under the weight of it. The gap between where you are and what you want is not just about time or effort, it's about identity transformation. This means shifting your beliefs, your habits, your emotional responses, and even your self-image. If you want to experience a fulfilling relationship, for example, you must first become someone who embodies emotional maturity, communication, and self-love. If you want financial abundance, you must become someone who manages, attracts, and respects money with clarity and discipline. The blessing will meet you at your level of readiness, not at the level of your wish. Every delay, challenge, or moment of discomfort is an opportunity to evolve into that future version of yourself. Life will keep nudging you, not because you're being punished, but because you're being prepared. You are being stretched into alignment with what you've asked for. That process may feel uncomfortable because it involves letting go of old patterns and stepping into unfamiliar territory, but that is exactly how growth works. You don't get the outcome and then become the person. You become the person and then the outcome becomes inevitable. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about congruence. It's about slowly becoming more honest, more responsible, more empowered, and more in tune with the life you are choosing to create through your thoughts, your energy, and your decisions. Every single day energy flows where attention goes. This is a fundamental principle that governs not only the physical world, but also the energetic and emotional realms of our lives. Wherever you place your focus, your energy follows. When your mind is repeatedly drawn to what's missing, to what's delayed, or to what's not yet happened, you are feeding those very experiences with your attention, inadvertently strengthening their presence in your life. Attention is like a spotlight, it illuminates and activates what it touches. When you consistently focus on lack, fear, or frustration, you deepen those patterns in your nervous system and your energy field. The brain and body begin to expect and create more of what you are habitually paying attention to. This is why it's so important to be mindful of where your attention goes, especially during periods of waiting or uncertainty. Your attention can either keep you stuck in a cycle of disappointment or guide you into a place of empowerment and growth. Redirecting your attention doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means consciously choosing where to place your focus in a way that supports your vision and your emotional well-being. This could mean focusing on gratitude for what is already present, on small signs of progress, or on the internal work you are doing to prepare yourself. It means becoming aware of negative thought loops and gently shifting your mind toward thoughts and feelings that uplift and align with your desired outcome. When your attention is aligned with your goals and your heart, your energy becomes coherent and magnetic. You begin to notice opportunities, ideas, and people that support your path. You become less reactive to external circumstances and more proactive in your creative power. Attention is a tool. When wielded wisely, it shapes the reality you experience by guiding your energy toward what you truly want to create. Delay creates space for identity and belief upgrades. When things don't happen as quickly as we want, it's easy to feel frustrated or discouraged, but that pause is actually a critical period for internal growth. Life uses delay as a way to invite us to question who we believe ourselves to be and what stories we are telling about our future. The longer we wait, the more opportunity we have to examine and reshape the beliefs and identities that have kept us limited. During these times, old beliefs often surface. Beliefs about not being enough, about failure, or about scarcity. These beliefs act like invisible walls, blocking the manifestation of what we desire. The delay exposes these limiting beliefs, giving us a chance to recognize them consciously. This awareness is the first step toward change. Once you see the limiting beliefs clearly, you can begin to challenge them, replace them with empowering alternatives, and rewrite the story you tell yourself. Identity is tightly woven into this process because your outer reality reflects your inner sense of who you are. If you still identify as someone who is struggling or lacking, your external world will mirror that identity. But when you upgrade your identity, when you start seeing yourself as capable, deserving, and abundant, you change the energetic blueprint that guides your experiences. Delay is not just wasted time, it's a workshop for transformation. It's the space where you can build new neural pathways, reprogram your subconscious mind, and cultivate new emotional habits that align with your desired future. When the delay ends, it's because you have stepped into a new version of yourself, one that holds beliefs and a sense of self that support the blessing you've been waiting for. This internal upgrade is what makes the manifestation sustainable and fulfilling, rather than fleeting or superficial. When your inner world changes, your outer world responds. This principle reveals the profound connection between your internal state and the reality you experience. Often, we look to external circumstances, jobs, relationships, money, as the primary sources of change, but true transformation begins within. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and energy form the foundation upon which your outer experiences are built. If you want different results, the change must start on the inside. Your inner world is like a seedbed. If the soil is fertile, nurtured, and aligned with growth, the seed will sprout and flourish. But if the soil is rocky, dry, or filled with weeds of doubt and fear, the seed struggles to grow, no matter how much you water it. Similarly, your internal landscape sets the stage for what can appear in your life. When you shift your mindset, elevate your emotional state, and release limiting beliefs, you create an energetic environment that supports new possibilities. This change doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means developing the capacity to meet life from a place of centeredness and clarity. When your inner world is coherent and balanced, you respond to external events with greater wisdom and resilience. You no longer react from old patterns of fear or frustration, but act from a place of presence and empowerment. This shift changes how you perceive opportunities and obstacles, opening doors that were previously hidden. Because your outer world is a mirror, as your internal state changes, your experiences begin to realign. Relationships improve, new opportunities arise, and circumstances shift to reflect the new you. This process may feel gradual or subtle at first, but it is consistent and powerful. It shows that the true power to create the life you want lies within you, in the transformation of your inner world, which then naturally brings forth the outer world you desire.